Runaway. Her name was Emily Carter, 26 years old, 7 months pregnant, and running for her life. She'd been married to Tyler, a local mechanic with a charming smile and a violent temper. At first, he was her protector, but over time, his love turned into control, and his control into bruises. The last straw came the night Tyler found out Emily was having a girl. He wanted a son. He smashed a beer bottle and shouted, "You're already a disappointment before she's even born." That night, Emily packed a duffel bag, grabbed what little cash she had, $48 and a prayer, and ran. But Tyler had friends everywhere, and Emily knew he'd hunt her down. Hours later, she found herself on a lonely stretch of highway, rain pounding the windshield of her beat-up car. She was shaking, exhausted, her phone dead. Then the car sputtered, and died. No lights. No cell service. No one around. Except a faint glow down the road, a neon sign that read, "Iron Soul Bar." She hesitated. She'd heard rumors, it was a biker bar, home to a gang called the Ravens. The kind of place decent people avoided. But Emily was out of options. With one hand on her swollen belly, she stepped into the pouring rain and started walking. Inside the Iron Soul Bar, the smell of beer and gasoline hung thick in the air. Big men in leather jackets laughed over pool tables, tattoos snaking up their arms. The leader, Jake Malone, sat at the corner booth, a massive man with cold eyes and a scar that ran from his ear to his jaw. The door slammed open, and everyone turned. There she was, drenched, barefoot, and trembling. The sight of her stopped the whole room cold. Jake set down his glass. "What the hell is this?" he muttered. Emily's voice cracked. "Please. I need help. My husband, he's after me. He'll kill me." A few of the bikers exchanged skeptical looks. "Probably just some junkie looking for cash," one sneered. But Jake, something in her eyes made him pause. That look, fear mixed with hope, reminded him of someone. His little sister, Lena. The one he'd failed to protect years ago. Jake stood slowly. "You're safe here. Sit down." Emily hesitated. "Please. I don't want trouble." Jake interrupted, his tone firm. "You got it the second you walked in. Sit." He barked an order to his men. "Get her a towel. And some food." Minutes later, Emily sat by the bar, wrapped in a blanket, sipping warm soup. Her hands still shook. Jake leaned forward. "You said your husband's after you. You got a name?" "Tyler Carter," she whispered. Jake froze. That name. Tyler used to hang around the bar a few years back, until Jake threw him out for starting fights and hitting women. Jake clenched his jaw. "You're telling me that scum's your husband?" Emily nodded, tears welling up. He said he'd find me no matter where I go." Jake exhaled slowly, rubbing his temples. This was bad. If Tyler knew she came here, he'd bring trouble. And Jake had vowed never to get involved in other people's messes again. But something inside him, that quiet whisper of conscience he'd buried long ago, told him he couldn't walk away this time. He called his right-hand man, Tank, and said, "Get a couple of guys on the door. If anyone asks about a woman, they don't know a damn thing." Hours passed. The rain stopped. Emily fell asleep in a corner booth, clutching her belly. Jake sat nearby, staring at her, torn between guilt and resolve. Then, the rumble of an engine shattered the quiet. A motorcycle. Then another. Then 3 more. Jake's blood ran cold. He recognized the sound. Tyler's crew. The reckoning. The door burst open. Tyler stormed in, dripping wet, fury burning in his eyes. "Where is she?" he roared. "Where's my wife?" Jake rose slowly, towering over him. You lost the right to call her that the day you raised a hand to her. Tyler sneered. Stay out of this, old man. It's between me and her. Jake took a step forward. You step 1 foot toward her, it's between you and all of us. Around the room, every biker in leather rose to their feet, boots scraping the floor, fists tightening. The air crackled with tension. Emily woke up, startled. When she saw Tyler, she screamed, "Please, stop. Don't hurt them." Tyler lunged, shoving a table aside. Jake moved faster. In one motion, he slammed Tyler against the wall. "Listen to me," Jake growled. "You ever touch her again, you'll answer to me." Tyler spat blood, laughing bitterly. "You think you're some kinda hero? You don't know who you're messing with." Jake leaned closer. "Neither do you." He nodded to Tank, who tossed Tyler's car keys on the bar. "Take your sorry self and get out before I change my mind." Tyler glared, then stormed out, but not before turning back with a twisted grin. "This isn't over," he hissed. "You'll regret this." 2 weeks passed. Emily stayed at the bar's guest room, helping in the kitchen, finding moments of peace she hadn't known in years. Jake and the bikers protected her like family. One night, Emily went into labor. Jake rushed her to the hospital, pacing nervously in the hallway. Hours later, he heard the first cry of a baby girl. The nurse smiled. "She's perfect." Emily named her Lena, after Jake's sister. When Jake held the baby for the first time, his rough hands trembled. Tears welled in his eyes. "You gave me something I thought I'd lost," he whispered. "A reason to care again." But peace was short-lived. A week later, Jake returned to the bar and found the door kicked open. Tank lay on the floor, bleeding. "Tyler," he came back, Tank gasped. "He's got a gun." Jake's heart pounded. He grabbed his jacket and roared down the road toward Emily's apartment. Outside, Tyler's truck was parked, engine running. Inside, screams echoed. Jake burst through the door. Tyler was standing over Emily, gun in hand, baby crying in her arms. "Put it down," Jake shouted. Tyler turned, rage twisting his face. "She's mine. Nobody takes what's mine." Jake's voice hardened. "You already lost her." The standoff stretched like eternity, until Tyler raised the gun. Jake dove forward. A single shot rang out. Silence. Tyler collapsed, gun clattering to the floor. Jake's arm bled, the bullet grazed him. Emily sobbed, holding the baby close. Jake steadied his breath. "You're safe now. It's over." Weeks later, police confirmed Tyler's death was ruled self-defense. Emily moved into a small home nearby, supported by the bikers who became her family. Every Sunday, Jake would visit, holding baby Lena and telling her stories. About courage. About love. About how sometimes the roughest people have the softest hearts. And though Jake still carried the scars of his past, that little girl, the one he once swore to protect, gave him redemption. So the next time you judge someone by the leather they wear, or the place they come from, remember Jake Malone, the biker who stood between a monster and a mother. Because sometimes, the toughest hearts hide the kindest souls. And as for Emily and little Lena, they never forgot the night a pregnant woman walked into a biker bar, and found a family instead of fear. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the Kindness Chronicles. Every week, we share stories that remind the world, kindness still exists, even in the most unexpected places.